Let's discuss certain general rules for internal meetings. So first of all, during the consulting team meeting, there should be only consultants present. So you should not have any people from the company you are servicing. And therefore, this meeting should be no bullshit. So don't tell that something is almost done if you haven't even started that. So this is where you are brutally honest to each other. Remember that you will have two types of meetings. Group meetings, where you meet the whole team, and some of them will be just one-to-one meetings, more detailed ones, usually longer, where you will go into details into what specific person is doing in his area. These meetings should be done by either project manager, or on bigger project it can be done by some sort of a deputy or somebody who is responsible for part of the project. The goal of the group meetings is to check where we are with the current project. So what is the status, how advanced we are when it comes to what we are supposed to deliver, compare it against deadlines, identify problems, identify bottlenecks. So you might have a situation where there are too many analysis to be done within a specific area for one person to handle that, so you have to add resources. You also may have a situation where you still have not received data from your customer, or the data is incomplete or low quality. So this is the meeting where you check not only the status of the current project, but you try to solve for those problems as well. The group meetings is relatively short, so I would do 1 or 2 meetings every day from half an hour to 45 minutes. If you do it on a regular basis, then obviously they can be short. If you do them with lower frequency, so let's say every week, then first of all, you identify problems too late, and second of all, those meetings will tend to be longer. One-to-one meetings will for sure be longer, because here you will try to go into details, into analysis. During group meetings, you'll be checking statuses, as we said, but on one-to-one meetings, you will be opening Excel, seeing how certain things are being analyzed, and you will be checking whether specific business analyst or associate is not making any mistakes in his assumptions. As I said, I would do the group meeting at least once a day. I usually tend to do one in the morning, which is a little bit longer, and then a short one in the afternoon or closer to the evening, in order to make sure that the pace is kept and the people are doing what they're supposed to do. In order to check the status of the current work, you can use two things. So the Kanban that we will discuss in the next lecture, or you can actually use just a presentation template where you have some visibility on how advanced you are on certain analysis. You can also keep the notes in the presentation template. Obviously, as you will see in the next lecture, you have to have one person responsible for the so-called master, so the official version of the presentation, and this person is responsible for combining slides from other people as well. I would also recommend checking the KPIs. We will discuss them in the next lecture, but during the group meetings, you should look at the KPIs that you have defined and see how far you are with what you are supposed to do, and if needed, obviously increase the pace of work. And finally, check the Excels and data integrity during one-to-one meetings. This will be vital later on, and I would do this on a pretty early stage. It is much easier to modify the model at the very beginning before the business analyst or associate has put man hours into modifying it and making it more complicated. If you're checking the Excels and data integrity on a very late stage, you may find a lot of problems, and also it will require a lot of work to modify those Excels as well.